What's good, everybody? It's BBKDRAGOON, and welcome to my new series, Destiny Timewarp. This is where we're going to look back at some elements of Destiny 1, years 1 through 3, pick out systems that worked, talk about systems that didn't work, and really just sort of review where we've come from. This series is far less a compare and contrast modern Destiny versus Destiny 1. I have seen, and you probably as well, a ton of threads around where Destiny 1 is so much better than Destiny 2. And I think there's a lot of complicated discourse that can be had within that argument. For some, there's a lot of elements from Destiny 1 that people miss. And for others, myself included, I think people forget about the mountain of quality of life changes that have come to the game over the last 3 years, so I really want to bring both sides of that argument to the forefront. It's really not more a what was better as much as it is, hey, remember this time? That was really cool. I'm glad that was a part of the game and that I got to experience it. More so for experienced players, it'll be a cool chance to look back at some classic footage, and for the players who never got to experience Destiny 1, a really great chance to look back at some of the raids, the PvP, the differences, so you can sort of get a framework yourself. I think a lot of new players to Destiny 2, which there's a ton of them, really have no clue about a lot of the stuff that the vanilla and grouchy old D1 players talk about when we're referring to, hey, yeah, the rewards back during Nightfall Year 1, that was unbelievable. Or do you guys remember Run and Vogue and Fatebringer? There's a lot of players who have no idea what some of those raid weapons are and why we view them with such a high level of respect, even, the 4th year into Destiny. With that said, this is a brief overview in this episode. We're going to talk about, first of all, the Vanilla and Crota's End era, or Dark Below era of Destiny 1. And then we're going to move into the House of Wolf era, and then, of course, the Taken King. We'll conclude talking about Rise of Iron a little bit, but the direction of the series is really going to look at, especially in Year 1, what worked for me, and the standouts were raid rewards. Also, I have to look back at clips like these in PvP and wonder, 6v6 was pretty fun in a casual way. There's a lot of stuff that I like better in Destiny 2 PvP, and like across the board stuff I like way more, but I can't help but look back at 6v6 stuff like this and go, that was a very more fun casual side of the Crucible experience that doesn't seem to be there anymore. I hope Bungie brings back something more akin to 6v6 game types with bigger maps. Also, look at these old school gear. It was so weird looking back at the old UI through some of this footage, and kind of fun to see what has evolved, because that looks super dated to me now. Speaking back to Year 1, the raid rewards and the exotics were fantastic. Really, exotics like Gallarhorn and a lot of the raid weaponry truly gave you a sense of power, and you would run the raids every single week and the Nightfalls every single week on your 3 characters in the hopes of getting one of those big drops, a Mythoclast, a Fatebringer, hopefully getting your Icebreaker and your Gallarhorn, and when you finally got those weapons, a truly big sense of accomplishment that I don't think is there anymore, especially for the raid weapons that have come out ever since then. There's huge downsides to talk about as well, like weekly lockouts, which is something that Bungie I don't think has ever really figured out. Putting the main powerful rewards behind weekly lockouts is a common tactic in pretty much all MMORPG style games. Yes, I know Destiny does not fit that bill, but it borrows a lot of design principles from those games. And the intent is that you shouldn't be able to run the raid 100 times with your group and max out, because you're going to be completely starved of a power grind if we allow you to do that. However, Bungie has continually suffered with giving us daily incentive to play that's not directly tied to power. Cool things like the puzzle in Wrath of the Machine. Wanting to see more of those mysteries come back into Destiny is something we'll talk about too in this series. Overall, I'm really excited to start this adventure and get to pull out some old footage and talk about some old times. We'll keep this running in the background over the next few weeks as Curse of Osiris releases. I would love to know down in the comments below, if you were a Destiny 1 player, what is your favorite part of Destiny 1? What was it, when was it, and why was it? Is it trials? Is it the raiding? Is it a particular raid? Was it a way that strikes worked? Did you like, the heroic strike playlist? Did you think the record books were a really solid idea? Let me know about it in the comment section below. That might help give me some direction of what I can highlight in this series as well. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'd love to see the series get off to a great start, so if you enjoyed or are excited for this idea, please thumbs the video up, subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys later this week.